Everybody, welcome back. Got a rather large box today. This one is, I'd say it's probably at least 4 feet long. But what you're going to find in here is I've got a P14 Enfield rifle stock with the volley sight cut, much similar to the P14 stock that I got from Hunter's Lodge. Video card up here. If you guys noticed in that video, it was a little bit of a rough repair, and this is one that's been through the Whedon factory for refurbishment. It's probably going to have some cracks and repairs in it, but it's going to be more from a military factory standpoint. So this is all going to be from Apex today. That stock ran me $125. There's going to be a semi-auto VZ58 bolt carrier in here for my VZ58 project that I've got going on. I've got 4 HKG3 steel mags for grand total of $39.80. So those were a little bit less than $10 a piece. I got a G3 bayonet with a scabbard. Those were $109. I've got an M1 carbine bayonet and scabbard, which is an Italian one. I know it's not perfect to go with my inland M1 carbine, but I figured, why not? $75.95, I'll get it. Got an M1A M14 combo tool for $11.95 and a Mosin Nagant cleaning kit with oil bottle, pull through, and pouch for $11.95. So it's stated that P14 stock was in good condition. We're going to find out how good of condition it really is, and hopefully it's a bit nicer than the one from Hunter's Lodge. I had some lengthy conversations with Chris Gosling, one of my subscribers. He said, hey man, I'm faced with a dilemma here. What would you do? He said, each one has its own merits. I sent him pictures of both stocks. I was looking at 2 different ones out there on Apex. He said each one's got it has its good merits and bad merits. He's like, personally, I like to return them as close to how they originally came or how they would have came out of that arsenal refurbishment process as possible. So in light of that information, I went with the $124 stock as opposed to, if I can put a picture up here in the top left, roughly a $200 stock. So let me go ahead and get my packing slip out of here. If I can get this open. I'll try to. That's pretty cool. So what I'll show you here, guys, in just a minute is I got quite a bit of swag from Apex, which is cool. I didn't expect that. Apparently Apex is in the process, or in putting in flyers now that we buy parts. So anyway, let's see, did I cover everything? Yes, I think I did. So let's dive off into it. I did not cut that very well. I really did not cut that well. Oh, before we get too far into it, I'm just going to show you guys those swag items real quick that came in from Apex. Yes, I know you guys think I'm wasting time, but little things like this I think are kind of cool when you order a bunch of parts. I'm going to look at these closely off camera to make sure there's no websites listed. And there are not any. So it's a cool little K98 20th anniversary sticker. Another cool sticker. Very interesting sticker. Maybe that's the maybe that's the Cosmoline monster. I don't know. It's pretty cool, as well as another neat one. So nice little swag items they threw in. They didn't have to, of course. Always appreciated. But let's dive off into this and find out how good or bad things might be. Sometimes good, bad, and ugly. Just depends. Looks like everything is wrapped up in brown paper. Feels like that is all of it. I'm going to remove all these other small bags and go with the stock first. That's not usually how I do things, but that's what we're going to do first today. Let's take a look at this P14 stock. I'm really hoping that this is a nice stock and not a junker. Okay, right off the bat, it does have a repair back here in the butt. It's got a repair on the bottom side of the butt too. But seeing as how this went through the Whedon repair facility, I would hope that this would be a little bit stouter than anything I could do. I do see some pins there where it looks like they did pin that into place, possibly with some dowels or some screws. Of course, that stock disc has been replaced just like the current one I have. Butt plate doesn't look too terrible. There is a repair section here, but I wanted to get as close to what I had as possible. Of course, notice there are no finger grooves. That's because this went to an Eddystone. There's the tag on it. Enfield P14 stock, 42 inch with volley sight cut. And it does still have that, and it's not completely ground down, which is cool. It's basically the way mine is. Has a lot of cosmoline in there. It is a little on the rough side, but I think this will clean up nicely and make for a fairly decent stock to go along with my P14. I'll try to do some photos of the markings here. It looks like this one might have went through the refurbishment process in '59 possibly. So I'll try to get some close-ups on those, as well as on these repair sections back here in the butt, top and bottom. But it looks like that butt plate is on there just fine. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it still has the has some of the hardware in it, so that's cool. Has that rear sling swivel and does have the butt plate. I strongly doubt there's anything in the butt on this one. If I can even get it open. Do not see anything down in there, but it is covered with cosmoline, so that's a good sign. So it's very dirty, as you can tell. But we're going to clean it up and replace my P14 stock from Hunter's Lodge with this one for $100. You know, it's not that bad. You know, it kind of stinks to see these repairs here, but you know, they didn't do too bad of a job, I think. I think it'll work just fine. So let's get this stock out of the way. Once again, that was stated to be in good condition. Of course, it also stated it could have small cracks and things of that nature, but I don't see any major cracks. There are some gouges here and here, but other than that, a little bit of one from here from that barrel band, but other than that, oh, another gouge there. But I think it will work just fine, for my purposes anyway. Some of you guys are probably like, oh, that thing's nasty, why would you deal with that? Well, you know, everybody's got their opinions. So let's set that aside. And let's take a look at those HK G3 steel mags. Now, a lot of people prefer these, in particular for the Century Arms CA-3s over the aluminum ones. Plus, these are only $9.95 a piece right now. But, so the cool thing is, if you take these to the range, you drop them out of the bottom of your CA3 rifle, you don't have to worry about damaging them, especially with those aluminum ones. Of course, you see G3 HK, October of '62. Now, obviously, yes, there is some wear on it, but beauty part is these are steel. These are some durable mags, and from what I understand, you know, these are what fit. The G3 mags are what fit better in that Century Arms CA3. You can get the set me mags to fit, but you might have some more issues with them. That's an interesting differences. So that has G3, has an interesting pattern. I'll try to get pictures of these. This one's a 1963. Looks like March of 63. They look about the same. There's another one with that strange marking. That was a 1962. This one looks really nice. Let's check out the last one. G3HK, 1961, November of 61. This one has very, very slight amounts of surface rust. You can't even hardly see it, but it is there ever so slightly. But for $9.95 for some heavy-duty G3 mags, oh yeah, that'll go excellent with one of my HKG3 kits that I do plan on assembling at some point. Get these out of the way. Well, we'll just leave them out of the bag. Alright, on to the rest of the parts. What do we have in here? Okay, so this is that Mosin cleaning kit with oil pouch with oil bottle pull through and pouch. Of course, that's not all that's in here. My tool is in here. Let's just dump it all out. Okay, oil bottle. Nasty as always, covered in Cosmoline. It might work. We'll have to do a leak test on that one. Of course, there's the pouch that everything goes in. You know, there's nothing fancy. It's just rope wrapped around there to kind of hold everything in place. It will work just fine, I do believe. Another one of the firing pin protrusion tools, as well as a little multi-tool. The pull through looks like it's never been used, and then a couple other pieces to that cleaning kit. Doesn't look bad at all. Now, the M14 combination tool. I need one of these because I have a National Match M1A. So, I got this one, and it's just good used surplus condition. Come on, drop. Nope. There we go. For the T-handle. It looks like it's actually never been used. That's a pretty nice little cleaning tool. Ooh, there's some writing. It merely states, I can't see that. Hold on 1 minute. It says combination tool assembly, and it's got a part number on it. But anyway, always good to have if you got an M1A or M14, which I would love to have, but too much paperwork. Now, here is our HK G3 Bayonet and Scabbard. This is the 12 groove early straight handle. I wanted one of these to go with my HK G3. I never bought one. That is a really cool handle, by the way. That looks like it's wood. I don't know how well you guys can see the grain, but that's cool. Plus, it's not been completely blunted on the end. I don't know why there's such a gap there. That's a little strange. But looks pretty nice, I think. You know, it's expensive, don't get me wrong, but that wooden scabbard, that's pretty cool. There's a small tiny chip out of the end right here, but that's wood, and that thing is beautiful. Let's put that back in here. That's pretty nice. Happy about that. Let's see, let's check out the Italian M1 Carbine one. Got a 359 there. Oh wow. This thing doesn't look like it was ever issued. For $75, you know, I don't care if it's not the American one, that's okay. See the AET 1959. That's pretty slick. I mean, that's nice. That doesn't appear as though it has ever been used, and the scabbard looks great. I mean, I cannot complain about that. That'll go very well with my National Postal Meter M1 Carbine. Yes, I don't care that it's not American, it's okay. American ones are a lot more expensive. And last on the list is that semi-automatic VZ58 bolt carrier with the gremlin tab, or anti-gremlin tab. Let's check it out. So these are the ones that have had this tab welded in place, that if you change out your components to make them semi-automatic, if you build one from a kit, oftentimes you'll have a gremlin, which is a, well, it's basically it's an issue with them. So I ordered this one. This was $99. I thought it was well worth it. It's a lot easier than taking and modifying my own tab, or modifying my own carrier. So it just simplifies the process, and eventually I'll get that kit put together. It's just going to take some time, but that's pretty nice. That was $100. That's a lot cheaper than what you're going to get it from VZ58 USA and some other places. Apex currently has them. For how long, I don't know. So, just to recap, when I get all of this cleaned up and get this stock cleaned up really good and get it fitted to my P14, I'll show you guys a video on that. When I get my VZ58 put together, I'll get another video put together on that. I do need to check that and see if it leaks or not. It's absolutely covered in cosmoline, and the soldering job looks a little rough. May not be water or liquid tight. But anyway, just wanted to share this with you guys. If you guys are interested in getting stuff like this from Apex, at the time of this filming, they still had all of these items in stock. And by the way, I think this is an excellent deal on those steel G3 mags. That one's got some scuffs on it, but I think it'll be okay. So anyway, for all you guys that got those FMP G3 kits, there's your bayonet. So with a wooden sheath, that is so cool. Yeah, that is definitely wood. That's really cool. I've never seen one like that. Anyway, as always, guys, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you guys for all your likes, your shares, your comments. I'll try to insert some close-up pictures of a lot of this stuff as I go through this video when you guys are going back through it. And thank you guys just for tuning in, because it helps me out more than you could possibly know. And once again, as I've stated previously, yes, I know I'm doing a lot of unboxings. I'm getting the parts while I can, and the rest of the time I'm going to be doing my refurbishment. So I'm always an advocate of get the parts while you can, while they're cheap. You can always put the guns or put the kits together later, do your refurbishment stuff later. At least then you have the parts and they're not non-existent. That's why I do it like this. That's the method to the madness. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, you guys have a great day.